It's Luke here from H&S Pulling. Recently I've had a few people ask me, I guess with the colder weather and whatever, people have been having battery problems. And how do I find a draw on my battery? My battery's brand new. I leave it overnight, I go out, I won't start. It charges up. Same thing happens again. Somewhere something's drawing on the battery and I don't know how to find it. So, this is how I do it. As you can see here, we've got our battery hooked up to our multimeter. So you disconnect the negative cable from the battery. Hook that up to your negative lead on your multimeter. Switch your multimeter to DC amps. Sometimes you got to switch the leads depending on the meter you've got. Now you've created a complete circuit in between ground. So right now everything's off on this machine. So we're reading 0 amps, which is good. That's what we want. Now, I'll just turn on the key. Now, turning on the key, this is a diesel, so turning on the key, that's all it does is light up those two lights. Charging light, oil light. That's it. That's all it's on right now. And we're drawing 0.7 amps, 0.8 amps, or in around there. Okay? Now, we'll try the lights. Lights are on. In the meter, we're drawing 2.3 amps. So that's showing us that that item there is drawing 2 amps. We go back and test that theory. Shut the key off, nothing's happening. It should be nothing. And there is nothing. It's exactly what we're looking for. So, having said that, basically what you would do on most vehicles, this being a diesel, there's very little electrical on it, so it's maybe not quite as clear to you, but say this was on your car, you would hook up everything in that type of fashion. And of course you would see a draw of some sort. Go to your fuse box and just pull out one fuse at a time. Pull out a fuse, check. Still drawing. Put that fuse back in, pull out another one. When you find the culprit, and you pull that fuse out, it'll drop to 0. I learned this years ago. A lot of the older vehicles that had cigarette lighters, they were famous for that. The cigarette lighter, the female portion would short out. And it wouldn't short out enough to blow the fuse, but it would short out enough to draw on your battery just that little bit so that if you left it, 8-10 hours, the battery wouldn't have enough balls to start your car. And an old mechanic taught me how to do this, and it's the quickest way to figure out where your issue is. Just start pulling out fuses until that goes to 0. And then you know that's where you got to look. You've got to short, you've got to draw someplace. And that'll point you in the right direction. I've had it happen on these bike engines before. I bought an old motorcycle and it had the same problem. It had a minor short and it was causing a draw on the battery. That's how I found it. Okay, guys, it's as simple as that, really. That'll show you where you gotta go next. Okay? Well, I hope that helps. Part 2, stay tuned. I'm gonna show you how to actually see if your charging system is working, because that can be part of battery problems, let's say. All right? Talk to you soon.